I don't just rock to the beat, but to the spaces in between. Graffiti monologues from the Innerverse. The craft of motion tagging is a dance with gravity, a battle with inertia itself, rubber wrist, granite shoulder. When the train hits that curve at 30 miles per hour, knees bent, lean with the rumble and sway. Maintain your stance and apply that mean sig even as the operator applies brakes. Olympic balance beam shit. This craft is muscle memory, guiding perfect penmanship even when the lights go out. Block stars go all av, trying to paint the moon. These are the fabled midnight marauders. Before the cans and the walls, this autograph session is the meet and greet just outside your bedroom window. This wide tips and stickers ritual is so that you get acquainted with the style. See, we don't want to blow your minds all at once. I know. It's a stupid thing to get locked up for. But I know that it's a stupid thing to lock a kid up for when they're trapped on the outside. Tell me, what do you know about I can't do this at home and they don't give a shit at school? This is how my homie exercised fear of being locked out of homes their families could barely afford to live in. This is the release of stress from professors saying, your abstracts contain too much city concrete. Motherfucker, I'm from the city. My name is all I have. This is meditation. Your drab walls need to be covered in promise. This is thank you or middle finger to the art critics. Rock the glove that fits. Here is where the criminals meet the artists with propellant under their tongues and fistful of style, all while using 360-degree peripheral vision to scope out rival crews and undercovers looking to blow up the spot. Keep chasing them for petty crime. Tax dollars and escalating fares maintain this noise pollution, these alloyed carriages, all this iron and sweat. Some citizens autograph it a little every day. It's a better view than advertising and traffic. Quickly synapses fire as I snap the backpack, jam-packed with multiple flavors. A Jedi never motions without the lightsaber. What is Batman without his cape and a caper? Once again, off into the night rides this Black Knight with that ninja bite for the graffiti fight. Karma come equipped, especially for the battle to rip shit. Palm Beach to Seattle, the long way. I was never much of an MC. These days I reserve bouncy alliteration for Inkstyles to tackle substantial image, original b-boy populist rebel style. Now what I learned from your average rapper. When I was young, I gained a street rep. For if you weren't a fighter, you was a different type of writer. Making mad marks and permanents, sticking stickers exactly where the sun would shine, proclaiming my block, my train, my skyscraper, your planet, mine. Canvas, billboard, silver screen. The tag is script writer, executive producer, superstar until the buff comes. Street poet. Every piece removed by graffiti blaster demand two more masterpieces from two masters. Manifestos that say, fuck posers as paint baptizes walls. Commuters and students and tourists feel this. Politicians fear this. Miscasting these elevated scripture for gangbanger graphics. We were legit before graffiti gallery fame. Before the Inkstyle and publishing came. Like MCs on Wax, we specialize in creating our own name. Society stays mad at radical application of these tools. You didn't get it in school. You created a generation of subway scholars. Created next school guerrilla aesthetics, propellant acrobatics. You will not unlock the code many MCs give in $1 million schemes, tacky trends, high fashion, Hollywood spotlight dreams. We tap our veins, wrecking walls like champion sound, tear down dance halls, handle aerosol like MJ handled b-ball. 3D aerosol soldier, city folk artist. I'm a writer, fighter, not a politician. Bomb your schoolyard indelible verse more than a mission. If they rehearse or curse, that's their decision to make sure mine stays written. It's like breathing. Blank walls are combat zones. Electric hand styles, shock sensory sensors together. My crew got enough juice to run the red line. Spectrums burst from the shadows. MC bragged about spitting that hot lava flow, afflicted madly with the urge to Get up. Undercover clever references cover up their remnants. City councils ban spray paint, giving crews the smuggler's blues, but we contend with these cans to keep bringing the voodoo, cast these contraband vandals, call me the witch doctor. Call me the witch doctor. Do you hear that? Call me the witch doctor, with the remedy for your boring surroundings. Create the tension to get attention most of us won't even see from galleries. They told us we don't own these streets and tunnels. Not like we ever had much of anything. Even with titanic talent, we are labeled vandal, misfit, sociopath. I let my name take ownership. Made my neighborhood a panoramic that melted the frame, turned trains into 3D sculpture with characters that followed passengers on and off, gymnastics that leaped from sketchbooks, turning them into mixtape, encyclopedia, scrolls traded amongst monks, style transmitted across town and over borders. These window etchers, they wouldn't know Etch-a-Sketch from Escher. I heard your neighbor whipped your ass, not for the graffiti on his garage, but because that shit sucked. Now you want to play with the big kids. Audacity's a given. You got a wreck shop like Christmas Eve. The only thing hot about your technique is stolen paint. Here, take this sidewalk chalk and get the fuck out my face. Battling shouldn't be on the agenda until you check the syllabus. History. Humans have obsessed over leaving their mark since cave paintings. It's how we discovered immortality. Geometry. Assessing your target on approach determines your originality and efficiency. Phys ed. You have no stories to tell if you're getting jumped and robbed of your gear. Civics. You are criminalized until you make money for society. Philosophy. You gotta exist for this shit beyond ego. Most of us are just painting for the choir. You gotta step outside the sanctuary of self and take up a cause. I bombed Mandela when apartheid's architects weren't trying to hear freedom. I scratched it out. I hate it again. I bombed Mandela when apartheid's architects weren't trying to hear freedom. I tagged MLK as a deserved cry for a holiday. It's why we paint memorial walls. It's why I climb rusted fire escapes out onto the ledge of my own id, practicing letters to arthritic perfection, massage the tension from my neck from craning upwards or twisting ankles chasing some fucker like you caught going over my shit with dripping amateurism. Chasing fame only got me chased by the vandal squads. Heat from youngins like you only brings assault charges. All I wanted was to rewrite urban blight. You make your name for namesake, but your shit is a field trip and my method is Timothy Leary. I leave a trail of traces and paint fumes, fractals breaking midnight to high noon, addictive vision and the feeling that fingertips are useless unless depressing fat caps. So wait your turn. Salute Veteran Days. We rule the lines one car at a time, one rooftop at a time, for hours at a time, so until you're ready to stop biting style wars and document yourself, until you're ready to attack walls like they spit on your mother, until your fingertips bleed spray paint, fuck tagging, kid. Show me that you can write. Once upon the break of dawn, I rocked prose photos and textbooks to bring them to future tense. Couldn't get past why there were no funds for art class. Them fools over there, detention for smoking in the bathroom while my crew got busted for playing tag. They only saw the scratches on the breezeway window, but they still don't know who caught wreck outside the lunchroom. I told the principal that his principal philosophy was whacking to get with the times. He sent me home because I was out of line. He set me free because I was down for a 72-hour bombing spree. That night, this kid with unprovoked aggression tried to step to me. Just because he didn't know me, he thought he could get with me. Getting up and crossing out my name like victory, but biting my style all the while. Eventually, he and his boys shadowed me with burners and magnum markers across the city, see. One-on-one, these terrorist toys couldn't deal with my guerrilla calligraphy. I ran subway tracks and tunnels, ducked under station platforms, haunted 24-hour buses and public bathrooms, leaving syllables colliding into positivity like love, will, and destroy hate, only to have messages of dysfunction dissed, funked, shunned, thrown back in my face. On the Ave, the side streets, and the cul-de-sacs, I guided their chase. After blocks of urban sprawl and lamppost dumpsters and fire hydrants, the battle slowly turned in my favor. Everywhere they wrote dissent, I doubled back and went over it with unity. Power and respect clashed with equal and opposite force. I led them down an alley. Of course, they thought they had me. At a dead end surrounding me were anxiety, my nemesis, and his accomplices. With the intentions of finishing this kid, they shook up cans of malice and threw up anger, greed, and fear on virgin walls. So I reached within with all that motivates, and with a swirl, a swish, and a few flicks of the wrist, I blazed SOUL from the asphalt to the heavens. And that's how I faded them.